to our second one.
Yes.
Love in a time of super mutants.
So, Eric Callagan came up to the table, drew 2 female actors. Which then, he also drew the first line of the play. What was the answer to that question, number 10? The object was spatula. Yes. The location takes place in Central Park, USA.
And it was directed by a first-time director, Joshua Almendinger.
What was the answer to question number 10?
42.
Oh, duh. That's so obvious. I mean, what is the meaning of life? I should have known that.
It's settled, sons.
I just don't know what's going on in my head lately. It's like I can't concentrate on anything. Well, I'm really glad you invited me here today. I mean, just like my mom said, Hinks. Oh, that's just what she calls me. My name's actually Hinkley. But you already know that. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyways, she said, Hinkles, if a pretty girl invites you to the park, you go to that park, despite how many super mutants are there. Wise words. Wise woman.
You know, they raised a neighborhood to build this place.
Oh, really? Who used to live here?
Oh, I'll give you one guess. And it wasn't a bunch of rich white people.
Oh, gotcha. Still, after the great calamity, it's nice to know that one of these is not uncovered.
Yeah. Well, should we make lunch?
Yeah, let's make lunch. Oh, look at you.
I have. Oh. You know, you do have to be careful though. Some people have moved back in after the Great Calamity. For instance, there's a camp of super mutants that's growing over there.
Wait, for real?
Oh yeah, but you don't have to worry about that. They mostly won't bother you, as long as you're not a jerk. And if you bring the correct offering of small game. And don't insult their mothers or their fathers.
You're so brave.
Well, I have a squirrel, a grill, and a spatula. Let's be
That's not a spatula.
What are you talking about? Of course it's a spatula.
I'm pretty sure I know what a spatula is, and that is not a spatula, that is a flipper.
It's the same thing. You're being ridiculous.
This is a spatula, Lydia. You think I'm being ridiculous? Maybe I'm being unridiculous, and you're the one being ridiculous.
This is a spatula. That is a scraper. Let's just have lunch and be done with it. The squirrel is very fresh. If we don't cook it right now, it'll get eaten.
Whatever. Cook your rodent.
Look at us. It's the apocalypse, and here we are, cooking squirrel and arguing about what's a spatula and what's not a spatula.
It's just like my mother used to say. Tinkles.
Hinkley. I know that's not your name.
She used to say, Tinkles, when I see a spatula, I call it a spatula. Otherwise, civilization will fall to pieces.
Well, she wasn't wrong.
Whatever. Hindsight, no.
What about a shovel? Is that a spatula?
What?
A shovel. Is that a spatula too?
No, why would you even think that?
Well, I mean, if this is a spatula, and that's a spatula, then what else is a spatula?
Well, I don't know, you just can't call everything a spatula, then it wouldn't have a meaning anymore.
Yeah, but a shovel, that seems reasonable. I mean, it does both flipping and scraping.
Maybe. I guess. You gotta draw the line somewhere.
Well, it's like my mom always said. She said, Lindsay, you know, that's just what she called me. My really, Lydia. She said, Lindsay, anything that has a flat front edge and a handle can be called a spatula.
Wow. She really said that? Like, always?
Every day. I used to think it was like some deep wisdom that I didn't get, but maybe she was just talking about spatulas.
Is it a symbol for something?
Spatula? No, I don't think so. All spatulas do is flip things. You can't ask them to do anything else. It's in their nature.
That is so deep. It actually means something.
Well, yeah, maybe. Or it could just mean that we don't have to keep arguing about what is or isn't a spatula. Food's done. Let's eat.
Wow, this is some great squirrel.
Hate to brag, but I can cook a rodent.
So, what else do you do for fun besides cooking squirrel for pretty girls in the park?
Well, I don't know. Trapping squirrels, killing squirrels, skinning squirrels.
That's amazing. You're amazing.
So, do you really think I'm pretty?
What?
Well, earlier, you said that your mom said if a pretty girl asks you to walk in the park that you should, so do you really think I'm pretty?
Well, heck yeah. You're super duper pretty.
Oh, gosh. I guess I'm just not used to that. I mean, with all the dead squirrels, I mean,
It's not a put off. No, not at all. It's super hot. It's like you have food all the time. I really like food.
well, I think you're pretty too.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Cool.
So, what do you do for fun?
Oh, you know, I don't really go to Central Park often.
Oh, because of the Super Mutants.
That's super great.
And the collapse of civilization, and the breakdown of law and order, and all that.
Bingo. Yeah, I mostly just hang around the safe zone and study and do normal apocalypse things. You know, one thing they never told me when I was a kid is how long the apocalypse was gonna last. I mean, when it really got going, it really got going.
I know what you mean. I mean, like, first it was the easy stuff, like Canada's just always on fire. And then all the endangered species dying out.
Yeah, like, who saw that coming?
And then most of the non-endangered species die.
Yeah, it's like, come on, cows, get it together.
And all of a sudden it's like there's only squirrels and super mutants and rhinoceroses.
Thought they bounced back like they did.
No, man.
It's just like my mother used to say, Hinkles. Oh, you get it, that's me. She'd say, Hinkles, one day the rhinoceros will outlive us all.
Wow. That is so spot on.
Wise woman.
Yeah, I actually went to college to deal with the rhinoceros problem. If you ask me, they're almost worse than super mutants. I mean, lumbering about as if they own the place.
Stupid rhinos and their dumb-looking horns.
But seriously, super mutants are worse.
Oh yeah, for sure, way worse.
In fact, look at the time. We've probably been here long enough. We should probably go. They get kind of mean this time of the afternoon.
They what?
Oh yeah, they're real nasty. I mean, lunch was a while ago and dinner's still a ways off. I mean, I get it. It's a bummer.
Are we in danger?
Oh yeah, mortal peril. Right now.
Hold on. Do you mean like in a more general way because we're in the middle of an apocalypse? Or do you mean a more immediate mortal peril?
A little column A, little column B.
Maybe we should leave.
Oh, don't worry. It's like my mother always said. She said, Lindsay, spatula is Latin for a flat piece of wood or a splint. Yeah, as in the word spatha, which also means a sword.